Hey, good morning, everyone. Nick Reagan here from our first alert desk. This is our 5-on-5 plus 5 minutes of local news and headlines brought to you right here from our Live 5 newsroom. We are going to start out this morning with an update in a missing persons case. It's now being ruled as a homicide. Jamila Smith from Aiken County was last seen on December 2nd. Over the weekend, the sheriff's office announced 34-year-old Daniel Harmon, who was previously charged with kidnapping, is facing a new murder charge in the case. You can see a picture of Jamila there on your screen. An affidavit shows that Smith called 911 the day she was last seen, mentioning her ex-boyfriend allegedly breaking into her house. The documents suggest investigators may have found blood inside of Harmon's truck on December 6th. Her family is offering a reward for any information leading to her whereabouts. Also new this morning, the South Carolina Highway Patrol says one person is dead and another is hurt following a crash in Berkeley County. Troopers tell us that collision happened yesterday on Howe Hall Road at Addison Drive, but did not specify exactly when it happened. Now, they say that there were two victims standing on the edge of Howe Hall Road next to a disabled Chevy pickup truck. We've learned in the last 2 hours or so that they were attempting to get that truck out of the ditch where it had become stuck. Now, we know one of the pedestrians has died. The other was taken to a hospital. Their condition is not known. Neither one of the victims have been identified just yet. All right, well, taking a look over Charleston right now, you can see a couple people headed on their way into town, maybe headed to work. And it is definitely a rainy day this morning. Let's check in with your First Alert weather team to see when that rain might go away, when things might dry out.
Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Chris Holtzman here. Temperatures for the day will be in the 60s, another mild day, and we will see rain around. And not expecting widespread heavy rain, more so the mist and drizzle. Could have some low visibility, and then some storms may develop later this evening as that area of low pressure moves along the coast. Finally clears out late tonight, and then we are looking at least a more settled weather for the day on Wednesday. But future tracker shows there's that area of low pressure, and that eventually moves out of the area late tonight into tomorrow morning. An additional ½ of an inch to an inch of rain can be expected as we head through the rest of the day. Tonight, temperatures are back to near 60 degrees with dense fog developing overnight. The rest of our 7-day forecast has cooler temperatures as we head into the weekend with overnight lows eventually in the 30s.
All right, thanks, Chris. And there's a look at your local temperatures right now. Looks like it's about 64 in Charleston currently. Well, low-country families looking for ADHD medications are finding them difficult to get. The shortage began this time last year due to strict restrictions on controlled substances and an increase in the number of diagnoses following a COVID-19 pandemic. Manufacturers hoped to have it all restocked by the beginning of 23, but there's still no reassurance that a secure supply is on the way. Now, multiple low-country families, they tell us that they're in dire need of the medication for their school-aged children, and they're upset that there don't seem to be any answers. The DEA is taking proactive measures. However, they're providing necessary prescriptions to patients taking stimulant medications, and they hope to avoid the chance of another shortage in the future. A bill proposed to the State House could get rid of sales tax on certain ammunition and guns in South Carolina. It's specifically looking at small arms and small arms ammunition, which is described as any portable firearm designed to be carried and operated by a single person. It was referred to the State House's Ways and Means Committee and could be taken up when general session resumes on January 9th. Right now, South Carolina's state sales tax is sitting at about 6%. Two low-country lawmakers have pre-filed separate bills aimed at setting a minimum salary for South Carolina teachers. Representative Joseph Jefferson and Wendell Gilliard filed the bills, and while they have the same goal, there are a gap in their numbers. Jefferson's bill would require new teachers to be paid at least $52,000 annually beginning in the next school year, and any current teachers would then have to make no less than $55,000. In Gilliard's proposals, those numbers jump to $70,000 by the 24-25 school year. Jefferson says his numbers are comparable to what new industries coming into the Tri-County are paying. And before we go, we do have an update on a deputy who was shot in the head last month. His family, rather, is delivering a Christmas update on his recovery. This is Corporal Lucas Watts. His family and friends posted to social media that he is becoming more alert in his recovery. Watts was taken to a rehabilitation facility earlier this month, and his family says he's been resting very well in the supportive environment. Watts' family and friends thanked everyone for their support and wished them a happy holiday season. All right, well, there's a look at your headlines from around the Low Country. This has been 5 on 5 Plus. I'm Nick Reagan. Thank you again for joining us.